Many that life deserve death, and some that die deserve life. Can you give it to them? Then do not be too eager to deal out death in judgment. Quoted by J.R.R. Tolkien, The Fellowship of the Ring. Death penalty is a punishment of execution administered to someone legally convicted of a capital crime. Death penalty is legal in other countries, specifically in Afghanistan, Bahrain, Bangladesh, China, and so on. Here in Philippines, the crime rate is at high percentage, and I think the best solution we have now is to lessen the crime. To lessen the crime, the death penalty should be implemented in our country. Sounds cruel, but I guess this is one of the best solutions to lessen the crime. A kill for a kill. Personally, I agree with implementation of death penalty. Why? Because there are too many criminals lurking out there, such as drug dealers, drug pushers, murderers, rapists, serial killers, hold-upper, snatchers, and so on. Whenever I watch TV, I always see at least 2 to 3 murderer, rape, drug cases. Isn't it irritating to see that in every news report, there's another crime happens, right? And there was time when several children went missing, and then suddenly the police officer and the person found a child's body without organs. Babies were kidnapped just for them to put drugs inside. See now how cruel they could be. If this wouldn't stop, crimes will increase it properly. So do you think it is that time for change? Do you ever think these people feel guilty? If these people do have the heart, then why? Those kind of criminals need to see some example of execution upon their eyes, and maybe they'll change their mind and stop doing crimes. And maybe they realize how lucky and grateful they are to have life, because not everybody have the chance to live. Some people say that we should give them a chance to explain themselves, then put them in a jail. Then what? What will happen after a couple of years? Yes, they will eventually get out of jail. I know some of them will change for the better. The chances for them, but the others have the chances for them to repeat their mistake. Did you ever thought that he cannot give the people who died innocently a second chance to live? A kill for a kill. Excuse me. Do you ever thought how many lives were taken by a single crime or by a single criminal? How many victims were not given justice? Just to come to think of it, if you were the victim, or if you were the family member, friend, or special someone of the victim, what would you feel? If the death penalty is implemented, why people disagree? We all know that killing is not allowed in the Bible or in God's word. But have you ever thought that in the first place, do the criminals thought about that? Though about taking one's life, maybe no. If that penalty is implemented, maybe it's time for us to change it. Change is coming, but maybe it is meant to happen. It's time to lessen the number of death, the time, and also the time to respect and value the life of others. Thank you.